देहेऽस्मिन् अकुर्वन् असदाग्रहं ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन प्रकृते पुरुषस्य च सानुबन्धे च देहेऽस्मिन् अकुर्वन् असदाग्रहं ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन प्रकृते पुरुषस्य च सानुबन्धे च देहेऽस्मिन् अकुर्वन् असदाग्रहं ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन प्रकृते पुरुषस्य च. Word to word translation. Sanubandhe, with bodily relationships, cha and dehe, towards the body, asmin, this, akurvan, not being, asatagraham, bodily concept of life, jnanena, through knowledge, drusta, having seen, tatvena, the reality, prakrute, of matter, purushasya, of spirit, cha, and. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: one's seeing power should be increased through knowledge of spirit and matter, and one should not unnecessarily identify himself with the body and thus become attracted by bodily relationships. Purport: the conditioned souls are eager to identify with the body and consider that the body is myself, and that anything in relationship with the body or possessions of the body is mine. In Sanskrit, this is called aham mamata, and it is the root cause of all conditional life. A person should see things as the combination of matter and spirit. He should distinguish between the nature of matter and the nature of spirit, and his real identification should be with spirit, not with matter. By this knowledge, one should avoid the false bodily concept of life. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalaakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So a very good morning on this auspicious Sattila Ekadasi, very auspicious day. All Ekadasis are very dear to Krishna, and on this auspicious day, if we start the day with Srimad Bhagavatam, such a transcendental literature, it is extremely auspicious. Few days back, I was reading this pastime. Whoever is hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, they are not the ordinary souls. How fortunate they are means, even this kind of opportunity will not be given to the demigods. Why? Because one time all the demigods came to know that Srila Sukadeva Goswami is going to recite this Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. They have this nectar which was given by Lord Vishnuji, right? So these exalted demigods, they carried that pot of nectar and brought to Srila Sukadeva Goswami and was requesting, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, because Parikshit Maharaj is going to leave the body within 7 days, you are about to start this Srimad Bhagavata narration to him. So we came up with this great idea. We brought this nectar, pot of nectar. You better give this pot of nectar to Parikshit Maharaj and save him from his death. And you please come with us and recite Srimad Bhagavatam to us there in the heavenly planets. Why? Because these demigods, they don't have permission to stay for longer time on this earthly planet. They can just visit and go. They cannot stay. So they were not allowed to stay there to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam completely. So they were requesting Sri Sukadeva Goswami to come to them. Then Sri Sukadeva Goswami looked at them. What are you talking? Are you comparing the insignificant this liquid with such a transcendental nectar Srimad Bhagavatam? You are comparing some broken small glass pieces with a diamond, a very precious, highly qualified diamond. You are not qualified to hear this Srimad Bhagavatam. Please get lost. Literally, Sri Sukadeva Goswami rejected these demigods, saying that they are not qualified. So when you are all hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam means, see, just imagine how much piety you might have accumulated, how much fortunate we are all to recite or discuss this Srimad Bhagavatam. All glories to Srila Sukadeva Goswami, all glories to Srila Vyasdev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and all Vaishnava Acharyas for giving us this such a nectarian transcendental literature, Srimad Bhagavat. With this, we'll start today. Today, it is mainly discussed about bodily relationships. So, everything. Here, we are getting warning. It's not just information. It's not just knowledge. We should able to understand this. This is literally a warning for all of us, because how much we read, how much we take association, this ahanta, mamata are there upon us. We are every minute, now and then, we are surrounded completely with this ahanta, mamata. And today we will see what are the dangers of this ahanta and mamata, how they are entangling us. Lord Kapila Deva, Sakshat Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he came down himself and giving us warning to come out of this ahanta and mamata. And regarding this ahanta mamata, there is a beautiful verse in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. पुंसस्त्रिया मैथुनी भावमेतं तयोर्मितो हृदय ग्रन्थिमाहुः अत गृहक्षेत्र सुताप्तवित्तैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति अतः गृहक्षेत्र सुताप्तवित्तैर्. So here the first basic fundamental for this Gruha Kshetra Sutapta also means Pumsa Striya Maithuni Bhavametam. So the first entanglement is for all of us the relation between wife and husband, which is very, very strong. Always we should be cautious. We are, especially in this Grahastha life, this bondage is abundance. Why? Because unknowingly, and that too, if the wife is very obedient, serving us nicely, Prabhu says it's very, very difficult to be on the transcendental platform without any attachment, such a obedient wife. So be cautious when you are expecting obedience from your wives, because this bondage between wife and husband is the root cause for all deep and extended attachments. How? Because Ata Gruha Kshetra Sutapta Vittair. Once when there is a relation between wife and husband, kids will form. When there are kids, we need to have a nice, comfortable house, Gruha. And when we have the house and family, We cannot stay individually, independently, only with our family members, right? We need a community. So, Kshetra, we need some environment. Like that, we will develop a community. And Sutapta, we want friends to have gatherings, to meet now and then, to celebrate our attachments. So, Sutapta. Like this, Janasya Mohoyam Aham Mameti. Like this, Aham Mama, my family, my community, my country, in between my religion, my caste, all these will be there, my friends. So, like that, my, uh, and root cause is aham, to satisfy myself, and we will develop mamiti, we will develop attachments. So, ahamta, mamata, me, mine. For my enjoyment, all these, my family members, my community, my country, everything, the sense gratification, the center point is my, me, ahamta, mamata. So, all these will be there. But when we have this kind of attachments, we can never come out of this. And Garuda Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, and various other Puranas are saying that when a soul has to leave the body at the end of life, he will feel the pain of 1,000 scorpions biting him, because the attachment is so strong. They are pulling, all those attachments are pulling the soul to stay back in this gross body. But our time is over. We have to get rid of this body. And because of that shackles of bondages, the soul will pain, extremely pain. And when, unfortunately, when the soul doesn't get the body, or if a person has committed suicide, it's worse than the hell. He cannot go to the hell. He cannot enter the gross body. He will be in the ghastly form, circumambulating this dead body. He will try all the means to go, enter into that body, enjoy all these relations. My friends are going, enjoying, drinking wine, enjoying, they're having lot of bliss. I want to enjoy, but I am not able to enter into this body. Oh God, why this torture? See, we will think that we can escape the pains by committing suicide, but it is extremely more than hellish atmosphere. And even the natural death also, if the soul gets the body, okay, he can continue this his so-called enjoyment. That is also very dangerous. I will explain one real pastime happened when Srila Prabhupada is in Hawaii. uh, there is one truck came to that. He is staying in a 25-story building. So there came a truck. Srila Prabhupada saw the truck. What is that truck? Then the disciples said that it is a exterminating truck. What does that mean? Then there are some bugs. Then the disciple went and asked, where you want to do this extermination job? Then they said that we have a complaint from the 25th floor because there are so many roaches there. That's why we came to remove those roaches from the 25th store. Then Prabhupada heard this and he was laughing. You go and inquire if you want. The owner of this building is staying as a roach in the 25th floor, because when he is alive, he used to be very proud, and he used to stay on the 25th floor, because at that time when he is alive, 25th floor is the top floor. Later there are some more floors added to that, but 25th floor at that time it was the top floor. And he is very proudly residing there, saying that I am staying in the topmost floor, because in those days 25-story building means it is very richest kind. And he was feeling so proud of staying there. And now, because of that attachment, he became the roach. And the most funniest part is, after becoming roach also, he has the attachment. And now he is being kicked out of his own building, uh, without any other hope. He has to leave this building. He is kicked out of his own building. So, even though we have attachments, we cannot permanently stay. We will be kicked out of this attachment with the mercy of material nature. Then, what's the point of developing these attachments? When we are knowing that, definitely we have to be kicked out, even in this human form or later any other form. If we are taking, we have to get rid of this. We will be kicked out. Many people, when Srila Prabhupada himself is preaching in universities, in many institutions to the educated people, when Prabhupada is saying that this is not the place for the gentleman, just come out of this material world. Otherwise, you have to take birth like hogs and dogs. Then everyone is saying, what's the point? What's wrong if we take birth as the dog? Dogs are so cute, they're so nice puppies, and we will be liked by everyone. If we are cats, dogs, there is nothing wrong. See, in that very illusory, even though we are having so much of high knowledge, we are such a illusion. Moha janasya mohoyam aham mameti. This is the most illusory part. We are not understanding. Even we take the birth of so-called cute puppies, those kittens, we will be cut and be eaten by these cruel people. Do we want that? Do we want to face that pain of being cut, our legs, our neck, our hands? And if we are in a dog in a, there is no guarantee we will be like take birth as a beautiful dog. We can be the street dogs. If in India, in some places, if there is a like wild dogs or roadside dogs, not domestic ones, they will be immediately given the current shock and they will be killed. We don't want such kind of horrible lives, right? We want to be with Krishna. We want to enjoy this transcendental bliss. So, for that, Lord Kapiladeva is warning us, don't have these bodily relationships. Though they are so attractive, though they are so relishing such enjoyments, sweet talks with the kids, sweet talks of the wife and husband, these are all the what's that magic tricks of Maya to entrap us, to catch us and to bind us. We should have complete realization. For that, there are two means. We should understand, are we having attachment or affection towards our relationships? We can have the affection but not the attachment. So, how can we distinguish attachment and affection? Vidura, when he has the relation with Dhritarashtra, he has the affection. Whereas the relation between Dhritarashtra upon Duryodhana is attachment. He was not able to think real welfare of Duryodhana. He has bodily attachment. Whereas Vidura he is not seeing him as a material brother. Dhritarashtra as a material brother, whereas he was having complete compassion upon Dhritarashtra, he was showing the affection. Even Srila Prabhupada, he was giving these beads to Hridayananda Prabhu or some Prabhu, and he said that, you give these beads to my wife. He said that literally. My wife means Purvashrama wife, and tell her to chant. And if she can chant like that, she can go back to Godhead. Someone may ask, Prabhupada is a sannyasi. How can he think of his wife? He can think of his wife because out of affection, not for the attachment. He has compassion, he has affection for everyone. Why not to his Purvashrama wife? So he was having so much of compassion to his kids, to his wife, everyone. He wants everyone to go back to Godhead. So, like that, we can have the affection but not the attachment. And Priyavrata Maharaj in the fifth canto, he was confirming this. If we are in the Grihastha life also, if we are able to see every person, every relation with respect to Krishna, he is no more entangled in this material world, and he is like a exalted devotee only. And also recently, Srila Prabhupada said this, everyday quotes will be there, no? In one of the quotes, he said that being a brahmachari is great, but being in the Grihastha seeing the wife as the servant of Krishna is much greater than the brahmachari. How beautiful it is. If we can see either husband or wife, anyone, as the servant of Krishna, not servant of themselves, not a property for their enjoyment. If a husband can see, or if a wife can see the spouse, they are greater than this brahmachari. And because they have every means of enjoyment near to them, but they are controlled. That means how glorious they are. Srila Prabhupada is very much, Krishna is very much pleased with such kind of grihasthas. And there is one Prabhu, I heard that Sankarshnadikari Prabhu, he is a Grihastha, but a very exalted devotee. He doesn't want to marry, but with the instruction of his senior devotees, his senior Vaishnavas, who are like Siksha Gurus, upon their advice, because no one is there to take care of that Mataji, he has to enter into the Grihastha ashrama. But he, from the day one, he is very cautious of his responsibility, and he always says that you are the servant of Vishnu, you are the servant of Krishna. My responsibility is only to be take care of you. Let's be helpful in my permission to serve Srila Prabhupada. In that way, we can both of us go back to Godhead. So even now also, he proudly says that I never see her as my wife for my enjoyment. So I never touched her. He proudly says that. So for so many grihasthas, he is like a role model to take guidance or something. So like that, we should be always cautious, conscious how we can be in this grihastha ashrama without any attachments. So for this, how we can have this vision means Stavara Jangama deke na deke taramurti sarvatra haya nija ishta deva sputi. So whatever we see, either moving, non-moving, trees, plants, anything, we should see that everything as the energy of Krishna. If we can see that, if we can relate everything with Krishna, we cannot have the attachments at all. And a practical example is Kunti Maharani, when he saw Krishna in in the prayers, in her prayers, she was saying this beautiful verse. If you see Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 8th chapter, she was saying that, please cut off my attachment with both Pandavas and Vrishnis. She was praying like this. Why she was saying both Pandavas and Vrishnis are so nice devotees. Krishna himself became personally as a Radhasarathi for these Pandavas, like a messenger for these Pandavas. To such devotees, she is saying that please cut off my attachment. Please cut off my attachment with both Pandavas and Vrishnis, even though they are devotees. Why? Because she is not asking to cut off the relation with them. She is asking to cut off the bodily attachment. Means she is requesting, never let me think that I am their mother. They are my kids. So in that way, I can see them in relation with you without having any personal attachments. So we should also have these prayers in our heart always. Please, my dear Krishna, never allow me to think that they are my property, they are my expansion. We should always be thinking that. Even Prahlad Maharaj, he never saw Hiranyakasipu as his father. He was always thinking that himself as the servant of Lord Deva. So but out of affection, he asked Narsim Bhagavan, please give him liberation. Please give him the relief from the bondage of this material world for him, because whole life he was having this suffering because of these two, ahamta mamata, my property. You should glorify me, you should consider me as God, not that Vishnu. He was offending Vishnu. So he saw personally, literally, how he was suffering with these two, ahanta mamata. So it's up to us whether we want to suffer with these two illusory terms, ahamta mamata, or we should be like in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj, saying that having affection for all our relationships but not having any attachment. This can be possible by practice, by seeing everything. With the mercy of Krishna, we got these relationships, and there is some purpose of me being in this Krishna consciousness, because Krishna has related me with everyone. There is some purpose. So what my purpose is, being affectionate towards them without any attachments. So, but how can we apply it practically? Means kids will be there. Our kids, they will ask us to take to the Disney, to take to the some parks or some malls. We have to go have this vacation. Everything will be there. But we should understand that they may not be in the developed consciousness level, but being adults, being knowledgeable, completely conscious, we should say that we should not derive pleasure from that so-called enjoyment. Let them grow slowly in Krishna consciousness. Even if we put so many restrictions, they may not accept it. They may not accept our care. So let them grow slowly, but being the conscious beings, being the knowledgeable personalities, how we can apply this jnana, how we can have this realized knowledge, means we should not derive pleasure. We should always be cautious that our source of pleasure is Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, not these so-called enjoyments. If we can maintain that consciousness, we cannot have the attachment. We can have the affectionate feeling, giving them whatever they want, at the same time giving them whatever they need in their lives to be Krishna conscious. In that way, if we can balance both these, we can grow ourselves in Krishna consciousness, and we can help others to grow in Krishna consciousness. Okay. If you have yeah, it's already 7:01. Yeah, if you have any questions, please post in Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya group. With this, I'll end this today's session.
Thank you very much, Mother. We'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead, and we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsingo, Jai Nrsingo, Jai Jai Nrsingo, Praladesha Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bhringam, Ugra Veeram Mahavishnu Balantam Sarvato Mukham Nrsingam Bhishanam Bhadram, Mrityum Mrityum Namiham Nrsinga Bhagwan Ki Jai, Maharaj Ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the small Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namaha. Granthar Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari Bol.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mother.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.